What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be explaining the initial balance by breakout report here. So this one right here, this little button, by breakout, is the one that we're going to be covering. We're looking at the price action report type, initial balance report. We're looking at crude oil in the New York session in the last year. The New York session is really important. So I'm looking at obviously the by breakout variant. So let me start by explaining what is an initial balance. Initial balance here, let me just show you what I'm going to do. Initial balance is the high and the low of the first hour of trading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the edgeful-IB-initial balance indicator that will automatically plot the high and the low of the first hour, so I don't have to worry about doing it. I'm also going to put on, I said that we're looking at the New York session, I'm also going to put on the market sessions indicator. So as this comes up, you're going to see the market sessions outlined in these boxes. I'm going to go to the settings here. I'm going to uncheck London and Tokyo. Now you can see I'm only looking at this New York session because we're looking at the New York session here. So when you're looking at the New York session, the data outside of the session does not count. It does not matter. It is as if it doesn't exist. So I'm going to show you a few examples here. So the initial balance is, just to show you an example here, the initial balance is formed in the first hour of trading. So this is the high and the low of the first hour of trading. You can see that here price broke to the downside very briefly, then broke to the upside. What this report is measuring is how often it breaks to the top side, how often it breaks to the bottom side, and then how often it breaks both. And then most importantly, how often it breaks neither side. So this happens less than 3% of the time in the entire last year. So you want to be targeting one side to break. So in this case, price broke to the downside here. You don't necessarily want to target both like what happened here. This is a very brief break to the downside and then the top side, but this is an example actually, which is kind of insane, of it not breaking either side within the New York session. So this is very important. We're talking about within the New York session here. So you can see that price stayed within this IB range, within this New York session. So this opening move was huge. So that makes the IB very big. And then now you can see that price didn't break to the top side or the bottom side within this blue box, which is that New York session. It did end up doing it later in the day, but that does not get considered here because we're looking exclusively at the data from New York 9:30 to 4 p.m. Eastern. So this was actually one of the days that didn't break either side. In this case, you can see price broke to the bottom side and the top side. So what can you take from this report and how do you use this is to say, I want to be targeting one side of the high or low, or even both. It's a little bit less likely for both to be hit, but in this case, you can see that it does happen. The thing that I like to take away from this report is to say, I want to be targeting one side at least. So it is very, very unlikely for this to happen. So you do not want to be banking on this. It did happen recently, but it doesn't mean that it will happen more often now just because it happened recently. So that's how you can use this report, is to say, I want to look at my IB and I want to be targeting one of the sides of the initial balance. So here are the actual total instances. It's only been 6 times in the last year that this has happened, that actually no breaks happened. We have some explainer text here. Again, TradingView indicators are right here. If you want some more text here, you can just read that. This video is going to go right there. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to our support here, support button right there. It's hello@edgeful.com. If this video is helpful to you, please like, comment, subscribe. Really helps us out, and don't be shy with any questions, and thank you for watching.